From the time that I came here in the late 80s, Dr. Bose was talking about keeping the company private. He, through his experience, recognized the power of remaining independent and privately held so that we could invest in these technologies that may take 5, 10, 15 years to develop.
This was the most important problem I ever saw Dr. Bose work on. And it had nothing to do with loudspeakers. It had nothing to do with products at all.
As he said over and over and over again, all of the money, all of the profits were always plowed back into the company, into research and into more innovation and more growth. And so that was not something that could possibly last forever because he could not possibly last forever. And so there is this question, how do you transcend that? Who or what could possibly be the same kind of steward that he was as an owner of this entity called Bose Corporation?
If it hadn't been for MIT and for everything that happened to him at MIT, he wouldn't ever have formed Bose Corporation. And so he decided that MIT really deserved to be part of his success.
I came into my office and I remember exactly how we were sitting. And I never really worried about what we were going to talk about because the conversation flowed quite easily and naturally from one topic to the next. And he told me that he had decided to give the majority of the Bose Corporation to MIT. And I remember sitting there with, tears come to my eyes just remembering it, with, tears coming to my eyes, and looking at him, trying to figure out what he had just said. And I stammered insufficient thanks. But then I said, but you've neglected to tell me something very important. He said, what's that? I said, what would you like MIT to do with these resources? And he said, whatever you think is best. That just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. People don't give gifts of any magnitude, in my experience, to an institute and simply say, do what you think is best.
The gift is absolutely remarkable act of generosity. We benefit from how well the company runs itself, but we have no say on how the company should run itself.
In exchange for that, we would be able to provide them a dividend each year to support their mission for technical education and research. It's synergistic with why Bose Corporation exists. We're working together to honor Dr. Bose, to achieve his vision, and his vision is ongoing.
What is unbelievable to me about Dr. Bose is that when he expressed what his dream was as a founder, it was he dreamed of a place in which all of us had the opportunity to fulfill our own personal dreams.
I think that when Bose is at its best, it's a place where people can dream and then be given the chance to reach those dreams.